안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
한국어 선생님 장현욱이에요.
괜찮아요. In our previous lesson, we learned how to say that something is not something using 아니에요.
That's right. We learned how to negate with 아니에요.
For example,
저는 가수가 아니에요.
I'm not a singer.
게르하드는 회사원이 아니에요.
Gerhard is not an office worker. We also learned that we use 이가 with the noun before 아니에요, depending on whether it ends with a consonant or a vowel.
Exactly. Today we will see how 아니에요 is used in everyday Korean conversations in a different context. Do you remember how to say thank you in Korean?
Yes, we learned it in lesson number 4. We can say 감사합니다 or 고맙습니다.
Perfect. Now, how would you respond if someone says 감사합니다 to you?
I'm not sure. Maybe you're welcome?
That's a common response in English. In some translation program, 천만에요 is given as the response to thank you.
So is 천만에요 commonly used in Korean?
Actually, no. While 천만에요 does mean you're welcome, it's not commonly used in everyday conversations in Korea. Instead, we often say 아니에요.
아니에요? But doesn't that mean it's not, like we learned in the previous lesson?
Yes, exactly. We learned in our last lesson that 아니에요 means is not. In this context, it's used to show modesty and to downplay the things, similar to saying it's nothing or no problem in English.
So when someone says 감사합니다, responding with 아니에요 shows modesty.
That's right. By saying 아니에요, we are politely rejecting the needs for things, implying that what we did wasn't a big deal.
Interesting. So it's like saying, don't mention it.
Exactly.
수인 씨,
고맙습니다.
아니에요.
It's a humble way to accept someone's gratitude. There's also a more formal version. 아닙니다.
So that's the nida form we learned earlier.
Yes. 아닙니다 is used in formal situations such as business meetings or formal events. For example, A says, 감사합니다, thank you. B answers, 아닙니다, it's nothing. Now, let's learn how to respond when someone apologizes. Do you remember how to say I'm sorry in Korean? We learned that together with thank you in lesson number 4.
Yes, we can say 죄송합니다 or 미안합니다.
Perfect. When someone says 죄송합니다 to you, you can respond with 괜찮아요.
괜찮아요? What does that mean?
괜찮아요 means it's okay or it's alright or everything is in order. It's a way to tell the person that everything is alright.
I noticed that 괜찮아요 looks a bit tricky to pronounce.
Good observation. Due to Korean pronunciation rules, 괜찮아요 is pronounced as 괜찮아요. The here in 괜찮아요 becomes silent.
So I should pronounce it 괜찮아요.
Exactly. 괜찮아요 is a versatile phrase. Here are some situations where you can use it. Responding to an apology. A says, 죄송합니다. I'm sorry. B answers, 괜찮아요. It's okay. 위스키 무seum.
죄송합니다.
괜찮아요. If someone bumps into me, I can say with 괜찮아요 that everything is fine. So it's not a problem and nothing has happened. Asking if someone is okay. A says, 괜찮아요? Are you okay? B says, 네, 괜찮아요. Yes, I'm okay.
그 아저씨,
네,
괜찮아요?
괜찮아요.
정말요?
Comforting someone. A says, I don't feel well. B says, 괜찮아요. It's okay. It will be alright.
응? I think I lost my wallet.
정말요? 어떡해요? 괜찮아요. You will find it.
So if I want to ask a friend how they are, and it turns out that they are in a bad way, I could try to cheer them up with 괜찮아요. If someone has fallen down, I could use 괜찮아요 to ask if everything is okay. 괜찮아요?
괜찮아요?
괜찮아요.
So, 괜찮아요 can be both a question and a statement.
Exactly. Context and intonation will indicate whether it's a question or a statement. One more use case of 아니에요 is to show modesty when receiving compliments.
So, it's not only you're welcome by saying it's nothing. How does that work?
For example, A says, You speak Korean well. B answers, 아니에요. Oh no, not at all. I still have a long way to go.
So, by saying 아니에요, we're modestly denying the compliment, is it?
Exactly. It's a cultural way to show humility.
Seems that modesty is highly valued in Korean culture.
Yes, humility is an important aspect. Responding with 아니에요 or 괜찮아요 reflects that cultural value.
So when someone thanks us or compliments us, in both situations, we downplay our actions.
Exactly. Earlier, we mentioned 천만에요 as a possible response to thank you. While it does mean you are welcome, it's not commonly used in modern Korean conversations.
So we should stick with 아니에요 or 아닙니다.
Yes, using 아니에요 is more natural and common.
Today we've learned how to respond to 감사합니다 and 고맙습니다 with 아니에요 or 아닙니다. We also learned how to respond to 죄송합니다 and 미안합니다 with 괜찮아요. Also, we talked about the cultural significance of showing modesty in Korean. Thank you all for joining us today.
Practice using 아니에요 and 괜찮아요 in your daily conversations.
See you next time.
See you next time. 고맙습니다. 안녕히 계세요.
안녕히 계세요.